demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as 42 activities, Karma Kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions in this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. I once again welcome all of you to the Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Now we will be moving on to our next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. Before moving to the next session, please let me know.
Hi Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nita Mataji, Dandrat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Pritidasi.
Hi Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna Priti Mataji.
Hi Krishna everyone, Hare Krishna. So
Maharaj, we can't see you.
Hi Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. So Bhaktimarga Swami Mahārāja is here on the call.
Okay.
Can everyone hear him?
Hello.
No, we can hear, but we can see him.
We can hear Prabhuji, but
when he joined, we could see Maharaj Mataji. When Maharaj joined, I could see his video. Yeah, now we can see.
You can see? Okay.
Mataji, we can.
Hare Krishna,
yes.
Can I be heard?
Yes, Maharaj. We can hear you.
I can be heard clearly?
Yeah.
Crisply?
Yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yeah, well, we got 5 minutes. So we're on in 5 minutes, is that correct?
Sorry, Maharaj?
Yes, Maharaj.
Are we we're on in 5 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have we got everyone gathered on?
Yeah. They will come, more devotees will come in 5 minutes. So we can meet.
Okay. Can I just ask the format? We're going through the Bhagavatam here, and I recite the shloka, and then you repeat it. How would you like me to execute this when the time comes?
Yeah, so it's okay, means if we can repeat it. And
Maharaj, you will read the shloka and we will be
Can
reading,
I get some guidance from you all?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
I'm sorry, there's some internet connection. There's some issues, so we're not able. It's the best internet. Somehow.
Yes, Prabhu.
I guess there is some problem with the internet and we cannot hear you. Hi Krishna, there's some internet issue and we couldn't hear what you said. So Maharaj is asking, since the session is starting in another 4-5 minutes, he's asking what should be the format for it. Should Maharaj read a shloka and then you repeat the translation after that, and then he reads the purport and gives the explanation? Would that go? Would that be okay format?
Yes, Prabhu. It's okay.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can see Raj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhamma Pranam to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj,
how are you, Raj?
All glories to Srila Prabhupada Maharaj. Be blessed. Maharaj, Lalitangi Mataji is there too, Maharaj. Maharaj, so Anita Mataji, after introductions, will call you and then you can go through the shloka, Maharaj. This is the format. And nobody is repeating the shloka, Maharaj, in this class.
Okay.
Can we have the introduction,
Okay.
Maharaj?
Yes, Mataji, we can go
Okay,
ahead with
fine.
introduction of
Yeah.
Maharaj now.
All right. So I just breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can start recording.
Okay. So we will go to the introduction. So I once again welcome all of you to the Bhakti Samajika conference call. Thank you so much for joining the call. Today we are fortunate to have with us His Holiness Bhaktimarga Swami Mahārāja for enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 6.1.50. So now I will hand over the call to Sureshwar Shyam Prabhuji to give brief introduction about Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Sureshwar Shyam Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Please take over the call, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Here is a brief introduction about Maharaj. His Holiness Bhaktimarga Swami had his first major encounter with devotees in Toronto at the college campus where he studied fine arts. He invited them to his apartment for an overnight stay and without delay he gave up bad habits, went to the temple and never left. He was initiated by Srila Prabhupada in 1974. Bhaktimarga Swami served as Bhakta leader, Sankirtan leader and director of devotional place, and from 1985 to 1995 he served as the temple president in Toronto, where he took his vows of sannyas in 1984. Maharaj is known as the walking monk as he walked across Canada 4 times and trekking across Ireland, Fiji, Mauritius, Trinidad, Guyana and the United States. Maharaj began in his GBC duties in the early 2000s and presently serves as the GBC for Canada and Cuba. Also, Maharaj is well known for his English poems that he writes for current situations of the world incorporated in Vedic texts. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Back to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Sureshwar Shyam Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a brief introduction about Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Bhaktimarga Swami Mahārāja. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Today we are very fortunate to have you on the call. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time and association this morning to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 1 and Text 50. Over to you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Maharaj. You can take over the call, Maharaj.
Mataji, unmute yourself, Mataji. Shyam Gauri Mataji.
Maharaj left the call. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Mataji, we can't hear you, Shyam Gauri Mataji.
Shyam Gauri Mataji, you are not audible, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Mataji, can we go with the introduction till Maharaj joins? Or
yeah, Maharaj joined, Mataji. Maharaj joined.
Joined, okay, yeah. Okay.
He needs to connect to the audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear us?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, we can hear you very well. Your
All
audio
right, because
is
we weren't able to hear you. The last that I heard was that someone was trying to introduce Maharaj, but then we couldn't hear post that anything.
Okay, we finished with the introduction, Prabhuji. So now Maharaj can take over the call to give the class.
All right, perfect. So just in case in between, if you feel that Maharaj's voice is not audible, please, raise your hand or just let us know by the voice itself that the voice is not audible.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. But your video is not on. Is that, are you aware of that or?
Yeah, we have put off the video just to, now. Now can you see?
Yeah, we can see, yeah. If you face the internet issues, then it's okay, Prabhuji. You can switch off the video and Maharaj can take the class.
Okay.
And can you hear us well?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so for now, maybe I'll switch off the video, but you can hear Maharaj.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay. Hare Krishna, is it coming clear right now?
Yes, Maharaj, yes. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for giving your valuable time and association
Okay.
today morning to enlighten us on the topic of Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 1 and text 50. Please take over,
Thank
Maharaj.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Can you tell me the duration of this presentation?
This is 1 hour class.
Is it an hour long?
Yeah.
Yes, Maharaj, you can take your.
Yes, Maharaj.
Hour?
Yeah.
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. Okay. Jai. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So a reading and a looking at Canto 6 from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Chapter 1, of the life.
Maharaj dropped, I think. Not dropped. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yeah, he's joined. Hare Krishna Maharaj, you are muted. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Okay. Can I be heard?
Yeah. Yes, very well. Yes, Maharaj, we can hear you clearly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, can you hear us?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you. Prabhuji, we can hear you, but I think it's on and off. Hare Krishna.
It's okay now?
So
Yeah, it's fine.
you can
It's
hear,
fine,
right?
Maharaj. Yeah, we can hear. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj is there, Mataji. You can say him that it is going and coming, Mataji. Maharaj, we can
Yeah.
hear you, but then after few seconds, it's again going, Maharaj.
Yes.
We can hear you, but it's on and off.
Hello.
Yeah, yes, Maharaj. We can hear you, but it's
Okay, but you
on and
hear
off.
now?
It's
Is
not
it okay?
continuously. We can. It's okay, Prabhuji, but the voice is breaking. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, are you there?
Is there any other way that Maharaj can connect?
Now I think it's clear, Prabhuji. Maharaj can go ahead like this. Then if anything, if his voice drops, then we will say.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
The subtle body is endowed with part of 5 senses.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Voice is breaking too much.
5 senses of the 5 senses.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, your voice is breaking.
Raj Prabhu, we can connect Maharaj with another phone or like that. Is that possible, Prabhuji?
Okay, Mataji, I'll call.
Through WhatsApp call, I think he can connect, something like that.
Prabhuji.
Mataji,
Yes.
Raj Prabhu is connecting, I think. Let's see.
Yeah, he can, he's in Canada now, so he can directly call Maharaj and put his phone on computer. So that way we can hear him. One time I did. Yeah.
Yes, Lalitangi Mataji, I think we have phone call to Zoom. We can try phone call. Yeah, Indileka Mataji is also told. We have the number, right, for the Zoom. Raj Prabhuji, if possible, try Maharaj to connect through phone call to Zoom. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram
Yes, Prabhu, can you try speaking something? It's just.
Yeah, I'll try. So, Hare Krishna, there is some internet connection.
Prabhu, if you mute, we can't,
You can't
hear.
hear.
You have to unmute yourself, Raj Prabhu.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yes.
Is it a yes from everyone?
Anita Mataji, can you hear, Prabhu?
Yes,
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 yes, Raj Prabhuji, we can hear.
Yes,
Yeah,
Prabhu.
now it's clear.
Okay. So I think we should continue this way then. And on the
Yeah.
Zoom call, you can share the screen and everyone can see the verse and follow Maharaj. But let Maharaj's voice be on this way, I mean, on this phone call. Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, perfect. Maharaj, you can, so we're on a call and maybe you can speak this way. They're sharing the screen, but your voice will go by a call. That's the way right now.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Jai. Raj.
Yes, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Is it working now, Prabhu? Can you hear me?
Yes, Maharaj, it's working.
Wonderful. Okay. So should I read the verse again?
Maharaj, you can read from translation. Yes, please.
Okay. Translation. Above the five senses of perception, the five working senses, and the five objects of the senses is the mind, which is the 16th element. Above the mind is the 17th element, the soul, the living being himself, who, in cooperation with the other 16, enjoys the material world alone. The living being enjoys three kinds of situations, namely happy, distressful, and mixed. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Everyone engages in work with his hands, legs, and other senses, just to achieve a certain goal according to his concocted ideas. One tries to enjoy the five sense objects, namely form, sound, taste, aroma, and touch, not knowing the actual goal of life, which is to satisfy the Supreme Lord. Because of disobeying the Supreme Lord, one is put into material conditions and then tries to improve his situation in a concocted way, not desiring to follow the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nevertheless, the Supreme Lord is so kind that he comes himself to instruct a bewildered living entity how to act obediently and then gradually return home back to Godhead, where he can attain an eternal blissful life of peaceful life, of bliss and knowledge. The living entity has a body, which is a very complicated combination of the material elements. And with this body, he struggles alone, as indicated in this verse, by the words ekastu. For example, if one is struggling in the ocean, he must swim through it alone. Although many other men and aquatics are swimming in the ocean, he must take care of himself because no one else will help him. Therefore, this verse indicates that the 17th item, the soul, must work alone. Although he tries to create society, friendship, and love, no one will be able to help him but Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Therefore, his only concern should be how to satisfy Krishna. That is also what Krishna wants. Sarva dharman prityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. People bewildered by material conditions try to be united. But although they strive for unity among men and nations, all their attempts are futile. Everyone must struggle alone for existence with the many elements of nature. Therefore, one's only hope, as Krishna advises, is to surrender to him, for he can help one become free from the ocean of nescience. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore prayed, Ainana tunujakinkaram, patitam mang vishave, vadamdao, kripaya tava pada pakaja, stitaduli sadrishan vichintaya. O Krishna, beloved son of Nanda Maharaj, I am your eternal servant, but somehow or other I have fallen into this ocean of nescience. And although I'm struggling very hard, there's no way I can save myself. If you kindly pick me up and fix me as one of the particles of dust at your lotus feet, that will save me. In a similar way, Bhaktivinoda Thakur sang, Anadi karam pade, padi balandrava jale, karibare na tiki upare. My dear Lord, I cannot remember when I somehow or other fell into this ocean of nescience, and now I can find no way to rescue myself. We should remember that everyone is responsible for his own life. If an individual becomes a pure devotee of Krishna, he has been delivered from the ocean of nescience. Hare Krishna. I hope we got through that okay. Hare Krishna. Let me know if there's a problem.
Everything went very well, Maharaj.
Yeah, it was very perfect.
Finally, Haribol. Of course, they can't see me too. Okay, so Om Jnanatamrandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshuran Militam Gina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance. My spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Hare Krishna. Right. Prabhupada's theme here in this verse from the chapter that deals with the history of the life of Ajamil is that you have to take care of yourself. Okay? Everyone, here's his phrase. Everyone has to fly his own plane. Okay? So let's say I know of one chap here in Canada. He was going for his pilot license. He was being trained how to fly. This is in Montreal, Canada. So he was flying and getting, the help. And it was his first day up in flight. Okay, so guess what happened? There was some mechanical problem, and he had to do whatever he could to save himself from like a crash. So he was in the countryside, not in the city, heaven forbid. And he ended up in a farm country, and his plane landed in a stack of hay. So it came to be kind of a soft landing. But you can imagine what that sensation would have been like. Somebody's there, a competent person, training you how to take off, how to fly, and then how to land. And also how to take care of your vehicle. And so on the first trip, it didn't work out so well. So he had to fly his own plane. I'm going to tell you another funny story. This is a brief one. This also has to do with flying your own plane. So there was a mosquito family. There was a papa mosquito, mama mosquito, and baby mosquito, okay? And the baby was on his first flight. So the family was very excited. They were really exhilarated. And they were looking for, success on this first time up in the air. So Mama and Papa were rooting for their young son who's now going into the air for the first time. Okay. So goodbye, son. We wish you the best. Good luck. We'll see you soon for your landing, safe landing. Okay, so the mosquito baby or young mosquito on his first flight went all over the place, and, got close to humans and everything like that. He buzzed around like anything, and then finally came in for a landing back to the location where his parents were. And they were so excited to see him coming, down, and that it was a nice soft landing. And they said, "So son, how was it? How was your first flight?" And so the young pilot says, "Oh, Mom and Dad, it was so great. Like everywhere I went, people were just clapping for me." So I got an applause everywhere I went. Okay, so now let's talk about being in the air. I was on the plane the other day from Edmonton in Alberta, Canada. And, as usual, the flight attendants give you some directions what to do in the case of an emergency. And they usually say, okay, when these things, they're elevated, they come down and it's like a mask, not COVID mask. It's much more sophisticated than a COVID mask. Okay, you're supposed to be able to breathe through that mask. I wish they had those during the last 2 years. Those kind of masks. So anyways, they tell you, if you have a young person next to you, you're a dependent, let's say, then you have to put your mask on first, and then help the young child or the frail elderly with their mask. Because if you dare to do it the other way in reverse, and you're not looked after properly, in the middle of your, trying to assemble the mask for your passenger, and you will, in due course, probably will fail, and you might lose air, and you can't complete the mission. So better you make yourself strong. That's the gist of what we're talking about. You make yourself strong first, and then you can help others in their spiritual life. That's really the theme here in this purport. So how do you prepare for life itself? How do you prepare for death? Because part of life is death, isn't it? Part of life is birth, part of life is growth, part of life is maintenance, part of life is multiplication or reproduction, part of it is dwindling, and part of it is dying. And we all die. Every time I'm in a car and I'm with someone and we go by a cemetery where they have all kinds of, tombstones to demarcate bodies are down here. And so I usually, if no one's heard this joke, I just say, "Oh, listen, this is the cemetery. People are just dying to get there." Okay. I need to hear some laughters. Anyways. Part of life is death. Do you prepare for it? Yes, you do. You prepare it with the mind, which is addressed here as the 16th element in this particular list. Now, when we study other sections of the Bhagavatam or even Bhagavad Gita, the list may not say that the mind is the 16th element. It will say it's the 6th sense, perhaps. So it just depends on your list. It shouldn't throw you off. But this is called Sankhya philosophy, when you list everything down and look at what makes up the universe. Okay, so the mind is an interesting instrument. It's a sense. It has sensory power, but it is the subtle sense. And it is also the center of the other senses. And it can be a real troublemaker, right? The mind is a real troublemaker. It carries the quality of chanchalam. Chanchalam means here, there, They're up, down, sideways, all around, inside, out. That's the way the mind is chanchala. It's never in one place. It's very distorted. So the mind picks up on various images and data. You know, the mind picks up certain data and stores it almost like a computer. And then it will project various imagery that it's picked up from before. And some of it's good, some of it's bad, some of it's positive, some of it's detrimental to your spiritual life. Usually the mind is like a crazy clown, or it's like a monkey, you know, a monkey jumping all over the place. You know, many yoga teachers, they talk about the monkey mind, you know, jumping here, going and into mischief. Anybody's been to Vrindavan? You know, the monkeys are into mischief. We hear about that in Krishna Leela. The Krishna's up to something. He's doing a menacing thing, like sneaking out into people's homes in the dark. Somehow or other, he carries some effulgence from his body, so he's able to make his way. Just like if you take your cell phone and you press a button, it'll light up, and at least you see in the dark somehow. So Krishna's got an automatic press that lights up. He's self-illuminating. He gets in there, and his friends come in there with him, with the aid of his self-illumination. And the monkeys come as well, and they're all into stealing. You know? Stealing, of course, this is argumentable because Krishna, he says, and he usually goes for butter. He says in the Gita, I am the butter. I am the butter, I'm the fire, I'm the butter, etc. So he's just taking himself when he seemingly steals butter. And we also know, Bhaktaram Yagyatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suriram Sarvabhutanam Yatramam Shantim Vrichti. So the second line there, Bhaktaram Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Krishna is the proprietor of everything. He owns all the real estate. He owns all of Canada, all of the US, all of the UAE, all of the USSR, anything that starts with you. You think it's you, but it's not you, it's him. Krishna owns it all. So that's one big mistake that we make. So to get strong and prepare ourselves for death, we have to conquer over the mind. And in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying that when we cultivate transcendental knowledge, then the super soul can be reached. And when we overcome the mind, our business is to overcome the mind and the senses. Jai Shikunamai, Mama Maya Durateya, Mam Ibi Prapajanti, Mayang Etam Tarantite. So what that simply means is that material nature is very strong. And the material nature, composed of 24 elements, is insurmountable. It is insurmountable, like crossing mountains, you know, and crossing over mountains, it's not very easy. Some people have trouble just going up the stairs, but to speak of climbing a mountain, you know. And once you get to the top, you know what you have to do? You have to get down to the bottom. And coming down on mountains is sometimes more difficult than mounting mountains, you know. The descending process can sometimes be a little more difficult. In any case, we do have to climb, we do have to fight, we do have to conquer over this material nature. And we do that by taking shelter of Krishna through the 9 processes of bhakti. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Arjanam Vandanam Dasyam, Satyam Atmani Vedanam. 9 processes, beginning with hearing and chanting. And by the way, you can actually specialize in one of these 9 devotions. But throughout all of the 9 practices, one should always keep the first 2, Shravanam and Kirtanam. Always hear the first 2. Like we know that Prahlad Maharaj, he came out unharmed and unscathed when he was being put under difficulty, when he was being tortured. And he was being tortured, and while he was mastering, smothered, remembering Krishna all the time, there was some chanting going on. Yes, the important thing is chanting. My godbrother, Navayogendra Swami, once told me that he was conscripted to partake in a play, the story about Prahlad, Narasimha, Hiranyakashipu, that triangle. And he was young. He was a little shorter than his North American and European counterparts. And so he was young, he was eligible for playing the role of Prahlad. So while he was being tortured in the reenactment of the pastime, he was chanting. And he was chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That's how we open up the Bhagavatam, right? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And then Maharaj was telling me that after the play, the devotees were saying, which I assume wasn't that well rehearsed, otherwise this wouldn't happen. The devotees were saying, you should be chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Navayogendra Swami was not a Swami at the time, but he was a brahmachari. He was a little confused. So he decided to go to Prabhupada and just to resolve the matter. Prabhupada, they were saying, I have to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, etc., as Prahlad Maharaj. But I was chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, which is right. Are both right? Did I do wrong? And Prabhupada said, you did right. So the point is that we have to chant. We have to chant Krishna's name, regardless of what is the mantra. Remember him and chant. Shravanam Kirtanam. Kirtanam must go on. Kirtanam is essential to earn you the position of being a great soul, what we call Mahatma. So a Mahatma is someone who's characterized by certain features. Satatan Kirtayam Tamam. That means always doing kirtan. Satatan. Kirtan, glorification of Mam, of me, of Krishna. Namasyam, Satatan Kirtayam Kirtan. Satatan Kirtayam Tamam. Yatanta Satrida Brita. So that means to endeavor with great determination. A Mahatma is someone who doesn't give up. He's not a quitter. This is one very strong feature of Kali Yuga. People quit real easy. If there's a slight provocation, something a little difficult, they just walk away and give up. And they just say, oh, it's too much for me. I've seen that in Kirtan. Some young guys, they'll pick up a mridanga and he's learning, from someone else who's playing. And then at some point, sometimes, oh, it's too difficult, I just give up. You don't just give up like that. You have to stick to it. Stick to your project. Again, we are not members of the Kali Yuga. We are members of Vaikuntha. That's what we have prescribed to be part of in our devotional life. And we may not be transcendental, but Srila Prabhupada is transcendental. And all the gurus and all the teachers, they are transcendental. So if I follow the transcendental, some of that transcendence is going to rub off on me. So that's another key factor in how to get strong. Don't just do everything necessarily on your own. First you hear from a guru, then you might fly your own plane in the case of a pilot, right? So we have to, take some time to absorb in instructions. And Prahlad Maharaj said, do it now. Don't wait for later. Start now. Don't wait. Because some of his classmates were saying, this religious stuff is for old people. It's old people who go and have darshan of the temple. It's old people who go to the mosques. It's old people who go to the mandirs and to the churches and the synagogues. It's all for old people. It's not for us. We're young. We're just supposed to have fun. But Prahlad Maharaj turned everything around. He was saying, well, actually, religious practice is fun. It sets you up for the future. It sets you up for dying. It sets you up for living. It sets you up for multiplying. Even if people want to breed children, you have to bring in the Krishna factor. That's what we're taught. So Krishna has to be inserted in our life. After all, he's already there in the core of the heart. He says that so many times in the Bhagavad Gita. I'm in the heart. I'm in the heart of all living beings. And while I'm in the heart, I'm busy. I'm active. I'm allowing you to remember. I'm offering wisdom. And I'm also causing you to forget while I'm sitting there and part of all living beings. So, the message here is let's get strong, and let's get our Krishna consciousness fortified by being in the right company. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, our foremost leader in devotional service, is saying, Sadhu Sangha, get into the right company, get into the right association. Be with the strong and you will come strong. Put the iron into the fire and the iron will turn into fire. So we are the iron rods and we have to expose ourselves to, deep-hearted, meaningful Krishna consciousness. When I say meaningful, we have to try to go deep if we can. Just like the other day, I was in the lake and it took forever to get into some area of depth to go for a swim. How could you swim in water that's only 1 feet deep? So we want depth in Krishna consciousness. And to go deep, we can take some guidance and inspiration from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who in his Shikshastakam tells us what is the mood behind service itself. What's the mood behind chanting? So guidelines are given and direction is given by our acharyas. And so if we follow our acharyas, we will not be blind. There's a famous painting by Bruegel. He was one of the masters, European painting masters. And he did this one rendering of people are walking down a road and the person in the front was blind. And he stepped into the ditch because he was blind. And then with that whole, let's say, queue of people, you could see what their destiny was. They're all going to fall into the ditch, right? So let us not be led by blindness, which comes in the form of partaking in sense gratificatory pursuits. Let us not take that route. Nunam pramata kurute vikarma, it states in the Bhagavatam. Let us not be involved in vikarma and chasing madly after the sense objects with our senses. Let us follow the right trail, the right path, and not be derailed. And that is possible for us to be successful. We just follow the leader. They have a saying in the armed forces: lead, follow, or get out of the way. Right? There's no in between that. of being unsure of yourself as to what to do with yourself. Now, we should not live in uncertainty. Just like in the last 2.5 years, we have lived through uncertainty about a virus. We knew for certain there was a virus, but we were uncertain as to how to deal with it, or where to go, or where to position ourselves, or what to touch, especially in the early days of the COVID. And then people were feeling uncertainty about, I might lose my job. No one's able to come to my store and purchase items that I have on for sale. So a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people were uncertain about their own relationships. They lost their relationships. A lot of people were arguing, talking about divorce, separation first, then divorce. And so we were living for a good 2 years plus in a realm of fear. And fear is a feature of material existence. Surely if we follow the mind, the dictates of the mind and the senses, we will live in fear. And fear is a troubling situation. So as Krishna states in chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita, Nihabikrama Nashosti, Pratyavayo Navidyate, Swopamapyasha Dharmasha, Rayate Mahato Bhayat. Bhayat means fear. And you're going to overcome fear by starting to take baby steps in devotional life. The devotional practices of the 9 devotions that we talked about earlier on. So we start any little endeavor, Krishna says, to protect me from the greatest type of fear. So a little endeavor. It starts with a little, and then the little becomes bigger and bigger and bigger until you get to the point where you can fly your own plane. And of course, every plane has some limitations in terms of flight. The pilot must come down and refuel, and also must come down and refuel and defuel. Like anybody I know that drives a car or flies a plane, they have to go and discharge. So this is, everyone needs breaks. So what we are saying, let us take a break from the material world and let's be serious about our Krishna consciousness. I know that a lot of people on this call have probably been practicing Krishna consciousness for some time, and that's good. I commend you. I applaud you. And, we follow our rules and the regimentations of Krishna consciousness. But we have to ask ourselves, I go through the gestures, but is my heart on the same page? Am I doing this meaningfully? If I'm swimming in the depths of the water, is that am I going deep, or am I just on a surface level? These are the kind of questions we have to ask ourselves always. Am I going deep, or am I just content to, just be very mechanical about everything? Better to do something mechanically, but also with a heart. If you're driving a car, flying a plane, do it with some enjoyment in mind, with some zest of adventure, not that you're just flying. Then life is boring. So similarly, when we execute Krishna consciousness and the right frame of mind, we get delivered. So the verse is quoted here in the purport, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Mameksham Sharanam Vraja, Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo, Mokshashami Mashacha. So Krishna will deliver you, he'll give you moksha if you surrender. And if you give your heart, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, that doesn't mean that you just give up, religion, or it just doesn't mean that you give up all varieties of dharma. It means that you really have to surrender. So Krishna from this day on, I am yours. To be liberated. So I'll tell you a funny story and then we'll go to questions and answers. This has to do with my walk across the US. And I was in one town in Utah. And in that one town, I got invited to 2 radio stations. The first one was, they played country Western music. I don't know if you devotees are familiar with country Western music. It's not my favorite genre of music. Okay, so anyways, the interviewer asked me questions and it went really well. And then the next day, I went to another radio station. And Jennifer was the name of the girl who was the anchor person. And I asked Jennifer, what kind of music do you play here on this station? She said, well, we play pop music. And I said, pop music? Well, pop, you know, in Sanskrit, the language that we study, it means sin. And, you know, so then, you know, we had a nice conversation. And then she said, oh, Swami, hey, get the headphones on. We're on the air. We're on the air. Come on right now. Okay, great. So then she introduces me to the public. Okay, so everyone out there, we have a very special guest here in the studio today. He is known as the Walking Monk. And he also goes by the name, let me see if I can say it, Swami. Bhaktimarga Swami. I said, that's very good, Jennifer. That's excellent. I said, well, great. Now, the Swami, he and I were just talking about the kind of music we play at this station. And I told him it's pop music. And the Swami was saying that pop in, what was that language, Swami? I said, in Sanskrit. So in Sanskrit, they say pop means sin. And that's why we have the Swami on the station to deal with our sins. So that's the joke. I hope you got it. So, you know, we are sinful. We've accumulated a lot of nonsense, a lot of crap, if we could use that term. You know, let me be a sort of a wild North American for a minute. Crap. We've accumulated a lot of crap in our minds for so many lifetimes, and it's time to get it cleansed. It's time to get it clean. You know, we want to do that through the method of pure chanting, good chanting, chanting with as far as possible without offense, and chanting with heart. What that means, Krishna, please help me, like a child in the arms of his mother or father. Please, please help me, feeling kind of helpless. Yes. So anyways, thank you very much for listening. We are now going to leave the time open, Raj, if that's okay for you, for any questions, and then we'll try to make some comments on it.
Yes, Maharaj. Anita Mataji, you jump in, please.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, very nice class. So you just emphasized on Prahlad Maharaj's Shravanam and Kirtanam, and he was always in the Smaran of the Lord. So, and very nice story at the end also. Means pastime which you narrated, it was funny also. So they say in the Western, they say pop, and we say it's in Sanskrit. So that was really very nice, Maharaj. So devotees, any questions or comments or any realizations, please go ahead. Lalitangi Mataji, yes, Mataji.
For anybody out there.
Lalitangi Mataji, please go ahead. Okay, okay. Ajit Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Someone's asking a question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yeah, Prabhu, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvar Pranam. Maharaj, thank you for an inspiring lecture. Maharaj, you were telling about a story of a mosquito family, right? There's the child mosquito, then a mama mosquito, and the mosquito. So you told us about the child mosquito and his experience. What to learn from that story, and what are the two other mosquito parents and other families indicate in that? Can you please elaborate a bit, Maharaj?
What was the lesson to be learned from that story about the mosquitoes? The mosquitoes are pests, and that he was saying that everywhere I went, everyone was clapping, meaning that they were trying to swat him and kill him.
Well,
So
really
the
good. Yeah.
mosquitoes are pests. So we had a string of stories. We were talking about going in flight and getting strong and taking care of yourself and building up your own spiritual power. And so the little mosquito was encouraged to grow and to mature. So that's really the message in the end. Number one, mosquitoes are pests. Number two, everyone should grow. Grow and glow.
Okay,
Is that
Maharaj,
okay?
thank you. Yeah, Maharaj. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
I hope
Hare
you like the show.
Yeah. It's really interesting.
Okay. Well,
Learn
now
quite
you're
learn.
laughing. Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for such a wonderful class. It was like a movie that you produce. So nice and with funny stories, but with wonderful lessons to learn. So Maharaj, you were talking about how to do Krishna consciousness heartfully and also having strong sadhu sangha. So if you can share some of your connection with Srila Prabhupada from your heart and whatever that can inspire us. And we are very grateful to be in the presence of your example, Maharaj, steadfast, going always and inspiring us. Thank you, Maharaj.
You see, I'm just a rascal, or always say in Canada, I'm just a hoser. So I
No.
don't have that relationship, but I can just say that, if you want to do things heartfully, just try to cling on to the association of people who work heartfully, work hard with the heart. And if it's hard to come by, then I would just say, take shelter of Vandanam, pray to Krishna, and then use the word please, or in Spanish they say, por favor, and they say it's so meaningful, por favor, please, let it just, almost getting down on your knees, in your mind at least, please help. I'm fragile. I'm like an egg that can crack really easy. And so please protect me. Please help me. Please save me. So that's called communication. Prayer is communication. That's what it is. It's having a kind of a conversation with Krishna. Usually prayer comes in the form of a request, just like we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We're saying, my dear Krishna, you who are all attractive, please allow me to joyfully, Rama, engage in devotional service, Rad Hare, to you. So we must really look at your 9 devotions and see how many of those buttons are you pressing every day. Are you hitting all 9 every day? There's 24 hours in a day, so in that 24-hour period, my God, you should press a few of those 9 buttons. Otherwise you're a total failure. So just big, down on your knees or down on your prostrations and ask Krishna, please, with intensity, help me to grow. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. And we are very grateful for your book, Saffron Path. and the many wonderful short movies. We also witnessed the one that recently you staged in the Rath Yatra, Demon. It was wonderful, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lalit. Thank you,
I
Lalitangi.
guess that's it then, is it?
Maharaj, there is a few more hands raised, Maharaj, if you have a couple of more minutes.
Oh, I wish I could see those hands.
Yes, Maharaj, I wish too. You were on the call and everybody could see you,
They
Maharaj.
remind me of chapter 11 of Bhagavad Gita, the universal form. I see many hands, arms, legs, eyes, expanded without limit. Okay, so do you want to address the different hands?
Yes, Maharaj, I will. So, Maharaj, first question was from Ajit Prabhu. He's a very nice devotee. And this question was from Lalitangi Mataji. She's from Toronto, so you might have seen her in Toronto. So, Maharaj,
Yeah,
the next...
we come to cook, Maharaj, on Saturdays. Myself and my husband.
Oh, yes. Very good. Very good.
Thank
Everything
you.
is good, whatever you cook. You just have to, just the asparagus, 4 minutes of boiling water, put it 4 minutes, and that's all. Then you take it out, put a little salt and pepper, and it's great. Otherwise, everything else is good.
Oh, thank you so much, Maharaj. In this, when we go past the downtown and then come to the temple and we get to serve personally to the Lord, we are always thankful to you for maintaining this establishment last 50 years and giving us the service, Maharaj. Thank you.
Bless you.
Hari bol, Hari bol. Thank you, Lalitangi Mataji. Shrimati Mataji, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj, you were mentioning about the example of the flight where we have to first put our mask and then help others. So be strong first and then help others. But my question is like, as I'm always struggling in chanting and reading and keep up my sadhana. So in this stage, how can I help others? Like I'm also a neophyte and I'm also trying to become strong, but I don't have that much strength to help others. So what should I do to do this to help others? Like it should be parallelly done, or how it will be, Maharaj? Can you please explain on that?
There's a lot of strength in numbers. So if you're feeling a little bit weak on your own, then team up with someone and just, let's say, borrow strength from others. It becomes contagious. So, in the course of our day, we do a lot of things because we're social animals. We do things together. But you'll also find that every animal, even social animals, humans, need a little time to themselves. So maybe what you need to do is look at your days, how you're managing your day. Maybe you need to take a little exhalation time. Inhalation and exhalation. That's called breathing. If you only do one of the two, you will die. So, get some strength from someone who will provide that for you. And then you can be able to share that strength with others. So it's all about borrowing from others and, becoming solid. Like sometimes, bridges are held up, suspended by these, this metal cords. They're thin and they're wrapped around together so tight, so strong, and so thick that they can hold up incredible weights. So strength comes in numbers. At the same time, while we're saying you have to be strong on your own, you'll get that strength by spending some time together. That's why we have the Varnashram system. You take to a course where you study Bhakti, and you do that in numbers with other people. It's hard to do alone. It's hard to fly solo, frankly, until you're really up and going, until later years, when people are, especially in their samadhi, they don't need anybody anymore. They're just transfixed. It's Krishna and that's it. There's nothing else. But until that time, crave for pulling in strength from others. Go again for that, por favor, I don't know if you can you say that? Por favor. Beg for Krishna's mercy. And it will come. Don't worry. Krishna's mercy is not a cheap thing. He gives it freely. But it's not cheap. Maybe that sounds contradictory. But as Vaishnavas, we learn to accommodate contradictions within our brain.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Yeah.
You know, the point is that you may say, I'm not strong, but you continue to do your sadhana. That means you have strength.
Mm.
You're not a quitter. Don't
Yes,
underestimate.
Yeah.
You do have power. You do have power, and that's coming from Krishna. He's allowing you to continue to do this sadhana continuously. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you so much for your wonderful class, and thank you so much. You explained me very well. I understood now. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Good. All glories to your strength.
All goes to you, good Maharaj.
Thank you, Shrimati Mataji. That was a nice question. Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, there is Aditi Mataji. Aditi Mataji, Hare Krishna, please go ahead. Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji.
Aditi, we are waiting for you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Aditi Devi Dasi from Edmonton. Maharaj, we were so fortunate. We were very fortunate to have you in Edmonton for our Rath Yatra, Maharaj. I was so fortunate to cook for you, Maharaj. I'm not sure whether you liked the prasadam, but I think you were so merciful to be in our midst, to dance with us, do kirtana. We enjoyed your class. We enjoyed your association, like you said, sadhu sangha. So the best sangha we had during Rath Yatra, and I could serve you, I could cook for you. You were so merciful. You blessed me. I hope we have your association in future also, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the prasadam. I really did enjoy it. Didn't you do the aloo gobi?
Yes, Maharaj, I know you loved my aloo gobi. You loved my juice as well, the pomegranate, and then the pizza.
I only recommend, you made the pizza also, right?
Yes, Maharaj, yes. You loved the pineapple, the olive.
The crust needs to be a little thinner if you don't mind.
Okay, yes, Maharaj. Next time, do come again, Maharaj. We look forward to your darshan again. And just bless me so that I be in this sadhana. I'm nothing. I'm not even a fallen soul. So just bless me that I advance in this Krishna Bhakti. Thank you, Maharaj. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Aditi Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for your beautiful memories with Maharaj in Edmonton. Thank you so much. Maharaj, there is a hand raised from Indulekha Mataji. She's a very amazing devotee, actually one of the devotees who handle all these calls. So Indulekha Mataji, Hare Krishna, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, actually, Jyoti Takne Mataji's hand is still raised. I don't know if she wants to go ahead first.
I think she messaged me that her net is weak, so maybe we'll read her question after you. And I messaged if she can go online. But meanwhile, if you would like to go ahead, yes,
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the opportunity. Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for being here and joining us. I was so excited when I saw that, okay, Maharaj is coming on the call, because we had your darshan and your personal association probably 6-7 years ago when you were walking across the United States. So we are from this tiny city of Lincoln in Nebraska.
Yes. Lincoln, it's right in the middle of the country.
Yes,
I remember. Yes, thank you.
Yes, Maharaj. And and at that time you were talking about how you were walking and the kind of food, the diet that you have. And we were not devotees at that time. And my son was 2 years old. And you kept talking about the diet, and we should have nice vegetables, fresh vegetables and sprouts. And that's the kind of sandwiches that you take. And you were asking us, so what should we eat? We should eat, because you were promoting the vegetarian food so much. And it was not a group of devotees, it was a group of, we were all normal karmis. And so when you were saying, okay, so what kind of prasadam should we have, my son, he was ignorant and he was foolish, and he just said chicken. And but at that time you blessed him that, okay, that's not what we say, this is what we should have. And after many years now, I would like to thank you, and we seek your blessings, Maharaj. Because of you, now he is eating Krishna Prasadam, and he is in the association of devotees whenever possible, Maharaj. So thank you so much for your mercy. And thank you for coming here. Wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Give my regards to your son.
Thank you, Maharaj.
And may he be blessed with bhakti. Thank you for reminding me of the trip across the US. Thank you. That was so nice.
Thank you so much, Indulekha Mataji. Maharaj, we have online Shamagori Mataji. Shamagori Mataji started this group, Maharaj, years ago, and she's the force for all of us devotees, like 40, 50, 60 devotees every day on the call, Maharaj. So Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances at your lotus feet, Maharaj. Thank you so much for coming on the call and giving your valuable time and association. And it's very nice to hear from you, Maharaj. I like the story of mosquitoes. In this world, we are just like mosquitoes running here and there, and we think like we are so big and we are doing so big things. But thank you, Maharaj, for giving such a nice enlightening class. And also, Maharaj, please come to Charlotte. We also want to have your personal association, if possible, Maharaj. Thank you.
For Charlotte, it's North Carolina, is it?
Yeah, North Carolina.
Okay. Trying to get there.
Thank you.
Good. Well, thank you, everyone, for the invitations, for the offering to cook aloo gobi, and all the other blessings that you're casting my way. I can see that mostly gopis that are on this call, right? Except for Raj, he's the only gopa. But I could be wrong.
Biggest fool, Maharaj. Raj is the biggest fool. Thank you, Shamagori Mataji. Thank you so much for coming up, and thank you so much for inviting Maharaj. I know you have invited so many Maharaj, so I'm pretty positive Maharaj will come to your place. Maharaj, there is our very senior devotee, His Grace Prahlad Anand Prabhu. So Prahlad Anand Prabhu, please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Raj Prabhuji, for allowing me to speak. And Danvat Pranam to Bhaktimarga Swami Mahārāja. I had read about you walking across United States long back when I was in Africa. Now I'm in the United States in Las Vegas. And today I had the fortune of, listening to you today. And when you were saying like this, one slok came to my mind from the 7th canto, which says, Prayana Deva Munaya Swamukti Kama Maunam Charanti Vijane Na Pararthanista Netan Vihaya Kurpanan Vimukse Eko Nanyam Tad Saranam Brahmato Anupasya. So all the sadhus, like, those are interested in their own liberation, but only Prabhupada's pure devotees, they walk across United States, across USA to deliver fallen souls like us. So I was just giving this attribute slok to your great endeavor at walking and delivering Prabhupada Maharaj's teaching all over the world. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for allowing me to speak.
Those are words of encouragement. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you very much. Hari.
Thank you so much, Prahladanand Prabhu. That was so nice of you. Yeah, Maharaj, Prahladanand Prabhu is amazing devotee. He's with movement from I don't know, about 30 years or more, Maharaj. So yeah, we get his association every day too. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Maharaj, there is a question in the chat box. Actually, Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna, are you able to unmute? I know you told me your net is weak. If you are able to unmute, Jyoti Mataji.
You can read the question.
Prabhuji, you can read the question, Prabhuji.
Okay. So Maharaj, Jyoti Mataji is a very regular attendee. She actually attends from India, if I'm not wrong. So Maharaj, Jyoti Mataji is asking, what is the right frame of mind? You talked about the right frame of mind in Krishna consciousness. So Maharaj, if you can please elaborate, what is the right frame of mind?
Trinada Pisanichina, Torora Pisahishana, Amanina Manadina, Kirtaniya Sadahari. The right frame of mind is one of humility, one of tolerance, one of patience, and one of respect. All those qualities are included in that verse by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So respect, tolerance, humility, and at least those three different elements can win us, help us to score devotionally. So let's put those into practice. Take a humble position, be tolerant of different challenges that come our way, and finally offer RESPECT, respect to all forms of life.
Thank you, Maharaj. That was so true, Maharaj. Trinada Pisunichana. If we can get just this one, I think we can get Krishna, but most of the time our ego comes in the front.
It's all capsulized in that shloka.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj. That was such a beautiful class from you, Maharaj. I will take 1 minute just to have my reflections, Maharaj. I loved the story of this mosquito, as everybody loved, Maharaj. We do things in this world thinking, oh, everybody is there and I am only there, there is nobody else and everybody's clapping for me. But that's our mosquito attitude right there, Maharaj, seen in us many times. And Maharaj, I love how you from the small things in the life, how you can pick Krishna from the small things. I loved about your example in plane. We all have in this call have sometime traveled in planes, but we never see that attendant when she's saying, put your mask on yourself first and then help your next babies or even whoever is next elder. Because if you are not safe, it's impossible to help somebody else. So this is what in our Krishna consciousness is, Maharaj, also. We should be strong in our sadhana before saying to our colleagues and whoever, we should be strong there, Maharaj. And I loved, Maharaj, your example of USA, UAE, USSR, and you, Maharaj. Krishna owns everything. I love that example, Maharaj. And Maharaj, I loved when you said we do quit easy, Maharaj. That's so true, Maharaj. It's small trouble in our life, and we try to just quit, and it's so true, Maharaj. And
you have to be like a mosquito.
I am a mosquito, Maharaj.
Lands on you, and you try to swat him, he buzzes, and he comes back.
I wish Krishna.
He keeps coming back. You have to be determined like a mosquito.
I wish Krishna can kill this mosquito, Maharaj, with the clap of his hands. Maharaj, also, I loved your example of lake, Maharaj. It's so amazing how you can go deep, Maharaj. In fact, we all have went to lake, Maharaj, and we all walk across lake just to go into the depth, Maharaj. And it's so important to go deep into the Krishna consciousness, Maharaj. Maharaj, last but not least, I loved your example of the virus. In fact, Maharaj, for 2+ years, all of the planet have lived in uncertainty, and still we don't understand how fragile this life is and what is the importance of this lifetime, Maharaj. And Maharaj, last but not least, your classes, as His Holiness Romapada Swami Maharaj says, are like smoothie, Maharaj. They're so easy to grab, Maharaj. So it was such a beautiful class, Maharaj. So amazing class. Thank you, Maharaj. Actually, I was thinking, Maharaj, I would love to play for devotees your poem, Ram, because I love most of your poems, Maharaj. All of them, I should say. But Ram is one of my famous poems, Maharaj. So I'll post the chat, a link in the chat box for all the devotees because it's getting too late, Maharaj, for you too, I imagine. So
Yes.
thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
Well, I appreciate the time, and I enjoyed your association very much with everyone. It's wonderful, and I do hope to make personal visits to the various locations that you're from. Yes, I have fond memories of Lincoln, of Alberta, of course, Edmonton and Red Deer, and yeah, what were some of the other places?
Thank
North
you.
Carolina. Well, people talk a little different over there, y'all.
Maharaj, there is a last minute question in the chat box if you have time, Maharaj.
Well, I don't really have some.
Okay.
If it can be quick,
Yeah.
tell them not to ask for obeisances because I've already accepted them.
Okay.
Go quick.
Okay, Maharaj, there is a last question from Asha Mataji. She's a very regular attendee in our group. So Maharaj, Mataji is asking, does the desire for purification considered to be sense gratification?
No. No, it's not. Desire is not a bad thing. If you desire to have Krishna, it's positive. So, anything that's favorable for rendering service should be accepted. That's Rupa Goswami's teachings.
Okay.
And anything that's unfavorable, such as like a desire to, go to self-destructive ways, yeah, that's not favorable. So go for that which is favorable in your Krishna consciousness. Yeah. If you desire to get pure, you desire to be with Krishna, this is good. It's pure desire.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you, and my humble obeisances at your feet. Raj Maharaj, Raj Prabhuji, I wanted to just ask one thing. My internet connection was bad. Maharaj, I'm from Canada. The desire, as you said, is not a sense gratification to be pure and to be in Krishna consciousness. So the desire as a new devotee here in Krishna consciousness, probably, to meet you because I'm in Canada. So the desire to just meet you once, is it also a sense gratification, or can it be possible?
Yeah, he said yes.
So I'm a rascal, right? So if you want my company, the company of a rascal, then there must be something wrong with you.
I'm happy to be a rascal, Prabhuji. That's not a problem. I'm happy to be a rascal, Maharaj.
Okay, so let's all be rascals together and in Krishna's service, okay? Just a bunch of rascals, doing seva. Sounds like very interesting.
Okay, Maharaj. Thank you, Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Maharaj, thank you so much for your time, Maharaj, and thank you for a beautiful class today, Maharaj. We are very grateful to you, and we look forward for your association again, Maharaj. There are about 50 devotees on the call, Maharaj, and there are so many devotees who would love to see you, but of course, with the connection, it was not possible. So,
well, that's no problem. They want to see me. Why don't they just come on over? I'm living at 243 Avenue Road in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, did I make mistake? Maharaj, you gave the address. That's the biggest thing. You gave the address. We are in Canada. We can just walk over, Maharaj.
That's right. But just by flight you can come, or by donkey. There's many ways to get here.
Okay, dear devotees, let us pay our obeisances to Maharaj because Maharaj will have to leave for another class or another duty. Maharaj has so many services. Vancha kalapataru bhaischa shantubhe vacha kanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Grantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ji ki jai. His Holiness Bhaktimarga Swami Mahārāja ji ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranam Maharaj.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Thank you all the devotees. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Radhe Radhe.
Maharaj just left, so thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining
Thank you so
today's
much.
class. We'll meet tomorrow. Hari Bol.